Hi, it's Lucy here, and I created these super quick cards this morning using only a few supplies. I printed these personalized thank you sentiments on my computer, but more about them later. I'm going to make 4 cards, but to begin with, I was only making 3. I'll use my rectangle and square stitch dies, but if you don't have any, you can cut rectangles and squares out easily with your trimmer or knife and ruler. And I'm going to pencil around the dies so I know where to add the flower stickers. Aren't they beautiful? These are making the cards so easy. Yeah, I love how they turn out. I'm making thank you cards today because we had my husband's 50th birthday party on the weekend, and these 3 gorgeous ladies helped me so much. So I'm going to cut the sentiments out and put them aside for later. These PET stickers are really easy to roll off the backing. I'll then cut off the overhanging parts as I'll add them to other parts of the card. Were you thinking just to center each flower? That's okay, but it doesn't give as much interest, so hopefully this video will give you some different ideas. And as you can probably hear, I have a cold, so it was even more difficult hosting, so I don't know what I would have done without these ladies. So I wanted to send a personalised thank you card to each one of them so they know it's especially made for them. But I need to send them as soon as possible. So these PET flower stickers from Journal Say were so perfect to use. I'm cutting some of the flowers. I don't want to waste any of them. They come in a pack of 10, so you could potentially make 10 cards, but I'm using them all on the 4 cards and envelopes today. Oh, and I'm going to draw the winner of the $100 Journal Say gift voucher in this video, so stay tuned for that. You could buy so many of these packs, plus heaps of other goodies. Did you see my unboxing video of all the goodies I chose with $100? I got so many new crafty things to play with, and you'll see me create with lots of them over the coming months. If you're not the lucky winner, you can still use my code LucyPatrick to receive 8% off your order, and you'll see all those details below in the description box, because they have a massive sale on right now too that goes until November the 17th as well. That's so much, but one of the best things is they have 52% off everything. So this brings this gorgeous flower pack, for example, and there's a few different styles to choose from, to approximately $2.11 Australian, $1.37 US, 127 euros, or £1.11, or 187 Canadian. How great is that? I looked all of that up. I don't want to encourage you to spend if you're trying to use up your stash, but if you're looking for new goodies, they have so much to choose from, and free international shipping at the moment for orders over $11.11. They haven't told me to tell you all of this. I just think I've got to tell you when there's a bargain to be had. And I have the link to their store and these flower packs in the description below. So please use these links, as they're the easiest way for you to find the store and items. And also, Journal Say will then know you've come from my word of mouth, and I may get a small commission, which you won't pay any extra for. So we all win and you get goodies. So if you do put in an order, you can add a 1-cent ticket to your cart as well for a chance to win another $100 voucher. They're going to choose 5 lucky winners. So this is all part of their massive sale, and so I just want to let you know about it, as there's nothing like getting a bargain, is there? And when it's free shipping, it's even better. So I'll use my electric die cutting machine to die cut them, and I'll use washi tape to keep them in place. I don't want them moving, as I've specifically added the flowers where I plan to die cut. I always try to give cheap alternative options, as I know we're all on different budgets. So if you don't have a die cutting machine, just cut the rectangles and squares to smaller than your card front. I don't tend to give measurements, as standard cards are different sizes in different countries. So instead, I would say cut them 1 to 2 centimeters less than your card front. So you have about half a centimeter to 1 centimeter white border on your card. I bought my electric die cutting machine as a Christmas present to myself last year, and it's been brilliant. I don't regret my extravagant purchase, and I feel it's good to mention this sometimes in case you're thinking about whether it's worth the money. I also used my magic mat, which I love, but this combination didn't work as well today, and so I also like to let you know when this happens as well. I have used 250 GSM white card, and the stickers are thicker than washi tape, so it needed more pressure. And I tried adding a couple of pieces of printer paper, but I still had to use my knife to separate it perfectly. It's not a problem, and this does happen occasionally. I will also sometimes change my magic mat to my normal cutting mat if I think it'll need a lot of extra pressure. So you can see here it's cut all the way through, but requires just a little cutting to separate it. I used one of my favourite fonts to create my own sentiments. This one is called Advantage. I also changed the colour to a blue to match the flowers. I have so many fonts and I love to use them on my YouTube thumbnails as well, hoping to get your attention to watch my video. I don't know if you notice all my fonts that I use. So I'm cutting the thank you part straight, and then I'll cut around the name. I could have printed this sheet so that sentiments were in the correct place on the areas I was going to die cut. I'll do this another time when I have time to figure out how to show you my laptop screen so you can follow along with lots of tips and tricks, because I am also a digital card maker too, but that's also for another time. And I get 99% of my fonts from Creative Fabrica, if you're wondering, as they can be used for commercial use too. And I'll have links to everything I've used today, but I really haven't used many suppliers at all. I forgot to leave in the part to show I accidentally ripped the paper in 2 sections when I pulled the purple washi tape off after die cutting the rectangle. So what a mess, but it's an easy fix. I'm simply going to add some more florals, making sure to cover up the tears, and problem solved. So I already cut the Danny sentiment quite short, so I'll have a look and see what sentiment will suit what card best. And I love how the Kim sits over the bottom flower, so I'll add that one to this card. I'm making sure the longest leaf hides that paper tear too. I'll cut off any overhanging bits. I've used double-sided tape to attach the rectangle to the card. And I'll use my glue to add the sentiment and cover it with an acrylic block to let it dry nice and flat to the card. Then I'll get onto the second card. And I'm going to choose a cardstock to mount it onto, as the rectangle is a lot smaller than the card itself this time. And I tried both the blues and then I opted for the silver. It has the gold accents on the flowers, so don't ask me why I chose silver. I think it's because I felt it went really well with the blues on the card. Using the silver actually makes the gold accents look more silver, so it does kind of work. Sometimes you just have to try different things. Just don't glue them until you're happy with how it looks. I'll be drawing the $100 winner soon too, and I've also created a 4th card, adding these flowers to a coloured cardstock to give them a completely different look, so I hope you'll keep watching. Are you loving how these cards are coming together so quickly and easily? I really haven't done much, and I created all 4 cards within about an hour. These flowers are absolutely stunning and even prettier in real life than seeing them on here on the website. They have some gold accents, as I mentioned, which I'll show a close-up after. I'm going to mount this square part onto the blue cardstock. This cardstock is so thick and lush. It comes from Uniquely Creative. I love how using a different background colour as well gives the cards a different vibe and look. Did I tell you I'm going to use up this whole pack of 10 flowers in this video? I want to make matching envelopes too, so that's coming up as well. Oh, and I keep forgetting to use my new tape runners from Journal Say. Sometimes when you're so used to using certain supplies, it's hard to remember when you have a new way, isn't it? I'll have to put it in front of me on my desk or something so I don't forget next time, as I'd love to let you all know how their tape runners are, especially as I'm the worst at using tape runners, so if I don't break it, you'll know they're good. So let's take a look at the second card. Mind you, I haven't finished them yet, but the main parts are done. I'll just add some liquid drops to them. I need to be fairly flat as I'll be posting them all, and speaking of posting them, I'm going to make sure they know it's Happy Mail by adding the flowers to the front. These stickers feel like they can handle the post, let's hope so, as one of the ladies lives all the way over the other side of Australia, in Western Australia, so it's got a bit of a hike to get there. If I bend one side over the envelope fold, that should give more stability, but I think they'll be okay. We really can add these flowers in so many places on the envelopes too. I'm thinking as long as it doesn't interfere with the address or stamp area, we're good to go, and you can cut them to suit your needs too. Can you tell how much I love these flowers? I'm so happy with how these cards and envelopes turn out, and I hope you love them too. Has it given you some ideas if you have similar items in your stash, or do you have to have these flowers as well? Have you noticed my error here? I've just realized I decorated 3 rectangle envelopes and one of my cards is square. So now I'll need to decorate a square envelope too. Another easy fix and another excuse to create another card, which will then finish off this flower pack. I'll try my teal Nuvo drops, but it's too bright. I don't want them to stand out. I want them to enhance the card. So I have a lovely light blue liquid pearls that I have seriously had for years and years, and it still works. I'm surprised it hasn't dried up every single time I use it. I want really small dots as the cards have a delicate look and feel about them. I'll add big drops when I have a bolder card style. And I'm banging it against a washi tape to get perfectly rounded dots with no peaks. So here's the first 3 cards with envelopes, and now I want to try something a bit different from these cards. I already have the envelope ready, and now I'll add the flowers to dark blue cardstock. I've drawn around the rectangle die again so I can see where to add the flowers. As I mentioned, you can just cut rectangles, but I'm thinking that because of the stitched element to the rectangle and square dies that I use, it embeds the flowers at the edges a little bit more. And I'm hoping that that gives them more stability to ensure they don't peel up at the edges. These don't feel like they will peel up. They stick down really well. Are you interested to see how they'll look once I've stuck them down and if they stand out against the dark colour? I'll let you in on a little secret. They look amazing. I'd love to know if you have a favourite card when they're all finished and whether you prefer the white background or blue. I just can't decide. I've put it through my die cutting machine again, and doesn't it look gorgeous? The colours still pop on the dark background. I'm so pleased. This makes me think you could try so many different background shades. I'm out of these flowers now, but I'll be sure to try with some others in future videos. It's so funny how sometimes the right sentiment is just sitting on top of all the others and it's perfect. I was so happy to see my favourite sentiment die cut in gold card. I went to put it on straight, but then decided I liked it better on an angle. I'll just add some liquid pearls to this, and they show up lovely on the dark background too. And I already have the matching envelope. Doesn't this make a pretty birthday card set? So here's all the products I used today. There wasn't many. I usually try to show card making with few supplies so that everyone can afford it, and you may have similar items already in your stash. I do have links to all the products I've used so that if you do need any of the supplies, they're easy to find. And here's all 4 of the finished cards and envelopes. I love making quick, beautiful cards. It's amazing how easy some cards come together. I feel your pain when some of you say it takes you so long to make one card. Sometimes I have that too, and when I do, I tend to try and move on to a different card and let that one rest overnight. And now to draw the winner of the voucher, Journal Say is generously giving one of my viewers, and the winner of the $100 voucher is Lynn's Barry. Congratulations! I'll reply to your comment that you're the winner and how to contact me. And I hope you'll all go visit their store at Journal Say to see everything they have to offer. This was such a generous prize, and I couldn't be happier to be able to give it away to one of my craft loving viewers. Don't forget, I also have an 8% discount you can use in their store, and they have the massive sale on 2 until November the 17th. Check out the description box below for all the information you need. And thanks for watching. Happy crafting. Bye for now.